Hi, my name is Amanda.
I'm Victoria.
Hi, my name is Christy.
Today we are going to go through a design challenge that you could implement into your classroom.
Design challenges allow students to problem solve and develop critical thinking.
With this challenge, students will be asked to make a game that promotes healthy eating, physical exercise and general well-being. In the design phase of our design challenge, there are 4 possible solutions that students can come up with: an internet computer-based digital game, a board game, a card game, and an outdoors game. With these 4 possible solutions, we compared the pros and cons of each solution against each other, and we believe the solution that has the best chance of meeting the challenge is the board game. The reason for this is because the board game can be played in the classroom and outside the classroom. There are nutrition question cards which can be incorporated to develop nutritional knowledge. Students are engaged, excited, willing to participate in board games, and students are able to draw on their prior knowledge to assist them in developing a working board game.
In the develop phase of our design solution, players will roll the dice to move around the board. If they land on a question mark, they will be required to pick up a question mark card. These are nutrition cards. An example of the question is this: how many servings of fruit and vegetables are we supposed to eat each day? The students are required to answer the question. If they answer correctly, they will move forward the amount of spaces outlined on the card. If the player answers incorrectly, they will have to action the physical activity outlined on that card. Players will follow this process until all the players have finished the board game. The first player to cross the finish line is the winner. The resources required to make a game like this in the classroom is A3 cardboard or an old game base that students can collect from home, coloured paper or cardboard for decoration, blank board game templates for examples or students are able to create their own, blank question or quiz cards, internet health books in the classroom and library for research, felt pens, crayons or coloured pencils, scissors, glue, sticky tape, a dice and coloured counters.
The evaluate phase allows us to relook at our design challenge and make decisions on where we need to improve. With our design challenge, the students were picking up a nutrition card, and if they answer the question wrong, they were asked to do a physical activity. This is promoting physical activity as a punishment, and it should be an enjoyable experience.
In the second cycle of our design challenge, in the design phase, we came up with many possible solutions. The solution that we found most effective was to have physical challenge cards where every player is involved. When a player lands on a physical challenge square, they need to pick up a physical challenge card and read aloud to the group. After the card is read, the group need to action this physical challenge, and the first player to finish gets to move forward the number of spaces outlined on the card. We believe that this solution has the best chance of meeting the challenge because it is more exciting as players are unaware of the physical challenge on the other side of the card.
Second cycle, develop phase. We've added to our first design in order to make our board game meet the challenge of promoting not only physical activity, but healthy eating and general well-being. We have done this by adding extra categories to our quiz cards. There are now 3 categories, and these are physical challenge, nutrition, and sports trivia. The board game will have 3 symbols that represent these categories spread across the game. You can see that here on our final design challenge template. When a player lands on a specific symbol, they will pick up the relevant card and complete the activity on that card. Physical challenge card. When a player picks up this card, the group as a whole is required to complete the physical challenge. The first player to complete this challenge will be required to move forward the amount of spaces outlined on this card. The rest of the group will stay in the same spot. As an example, this physical challenge card is, after this card is read to everybody, you must do 5-star jumps. The first one to finish gets to move ahead 2 spaces. Nutrition card. Another player picks up this card and reads the question to the player that landed on the nutrition square. The answer will be on the card. If they answer correctly, they are required to move forward the amount of spaces outlined on this card. If they answer incorrectly, they are required to stay in the same place. An example of a nutrition question is, this word starts with B. It is the name of the meal that you eat in the morning. It gives you the energy to start your day. What is it? A correct answer will entitle the player to move forward 2 spaces. Sports trivia card. Another player will pick up this card and read the question to the player that landed on the sports trivia square. The answer will be on the card. If they answer correctly, they move forward the amount of spaces outlined on this card. If they answer incorrectly, they are required to stay in the same place. An example of a sports trivia question is, in tennis, to start each point of the match, the ball must be hit over to the other player with what is usually an overarm shot. What is this movement called? If they answer correctly, they are required to move forward 1 space. The resources required to complete this design challenge are much the same as the initial design phase. Students will require A3 paper, coloured paper or cardboard for decoration, blank board game templates, blank question and quiz cards, the internet or health books in the classroom and the library to research, a printer, some felt pens, crayons or coloured pencils, scissors, glue, sticky tape, a dice and of course some coloured counters.
This challenge asks us to create a game that promotes healthy eating and physical activity and general well-being. This is done by creating the nutrition and sports trivia questions. This will test and develop the students' knowledge about healthy eating and general well-being. The physical challenge section has been altered so the players will not feel segregated and think that physical activity is a negative thing. Physical activity should be a fun thing and something exciting to do. So we have catered to our design challenge as we went through the DDE cycle, design, develop, evaluate.